Pergi ke Asosiasi Perdagangan Internasional dan pahami situasi anggota. Ini po.
Huh? Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. The Outlander Affairs Agency took you for all you're worth, I suppose. Good. That's a relief. You need to be careful.
Banyak
Or you'll
pencuri
find
berarti
yourself
ini langsung
losing your
hilang
savings
sekejap.
all at once.
Harganya mahal.
We heard the association has been having some difficulties lately. Is that true?
Yes. Left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn. But that's nothing new for us.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone who wants to come here from overseas.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of activity, but in and of itself, it doesn't stop us from being able to enjoy a comfortable existence. No. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees everything on retail, isn't it?
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations, and that's not the worst of it. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's something called Crystal Marrow.
Crystal Marrow? What's that?
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either, until the new decree came along. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya in his youth. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this Crystal Marrow. But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand for Crystal Marrow drove the price higher and higher.
Crystal
Now
Marrow.
there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold of it anywhere else.
Isn't that what they call
Ya lebih ke monopoli sih.
Exactly.
Kan
So this
bener
vendor
kan?
keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to buy from them because the tax decree forces us to. It's a vicious cycle, the consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our profits. And we've tried communicating with the commission directly.
Tapi tetap nggak bisa.
But this is a
Kekuatan
nation
orang
that the
dalam
cries of a
berarti.
few struggling merchants
Ada orang
will never
dalam
be
yang
heard over the
nggak
ever-present
curang
roar
lah,
of
intinya
thunder.
curang gitu.
Fontaine, my dear homeland. I miss
Bukan
you an
orang
awful
sini
lot
berarti
at the
nih.
moment.
Terusin.
Sounds awful. They're really bleeding them dry. What do you think we should do?
Jadi konjuru mission bisa kita.
But Chris is
Konjo.
the head of the association, and even he hasn't had any luck. Not to mention, we're Outlanders too.
Right. And besides, I think this may well be the fate they've ordained for us.
Okay. Well, we could try tackling the problem by going to the other party involved.
That vendor. I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us. I have no idea where he sources the stuff.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him? We could go talk to him and see if he lets anything slip.
Hey,
orangnya dulu
that's a
nih.
pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with
anggota
the association and
asosiasi.
you're new to Rito, he may just let his guard down. If I remember
Dilimpe
correctly,
kalau dia
our
lengah.
usual meeting point with him is
Di
under a
tepi
tree
pantai
by the
distrik
coast in the
pemukiman, siapa tahu
residential
kamu
district.
bisa menemukan dia di
See if you
sana.
can find him there.
Got it. We're on.
Oke. Cari orang nih. Temukan pedagang yang menjual kristal moro. Ini BTW pulaunya nih nggak gede loh, cuman kecil doang nih, Cok. Wah, ini dia kristal moro. Siapa? Wagner namanya? Oh, Warner.
I don't think I recognize you. Are you new arrivals? So, what do you need with me?
Gimana kamu
The
dapatkan
sheer
laporan?
nerve. You don't go around asking
Kalau
questions
kamu
like that.
memberitahumu sekali
If I
satu
gave you my
bisnisku
sources, I might as
untukmu.
well hand you the whole darn
Sama aja
business.
buka ini, buka kedok.
Trade secret. Got it? You know what
Rahasia
trade
dagang.
and secret mean, right?
guy's got a bad
Iya,
attitude.
ajar wae.
Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. Kurisu and his associates sent you here to try and plead their case, didn't they?
Dikira
They're wasting
Kurisu
their
tadi
time.
tuh
The price is
mutusin ini karakterku
non-negotiable,
ini.
not by a single Mora.
Hey, what's your problem?
Get out of here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place.
Oh
And they
jahat
ought to
kalau
be-
ditempleng dasi, Cuk.
There's no talking to this guy. Good idea. Let's check back in with him.
Hari Toma. Pelit, Cuk. Ini Toma.
That was quick. You resolved it already?
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
No? Well, by all means, tell me what you need. I'll help as much as I can. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand.
Bang kau kenal Warner?
Oh, that guy? I'm familiar. He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he'd collect on the beach just to get by, but he seems to have suddenly shot up in the world recently. I can only assume he must have found himself a
Kayaknya
patron after
didapat dari
leaving the
pinggir-pinggir
International
pantai
Trade
sih itu
Association.
si Warner tadi tuh.
You're saying he used
Kristal
to be a member
apa
of the
tadi lupa aku
International
namanya.
Trade Association? So he's an Outlander too?
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him? That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt.
Oh,
then
Werner
went
dari
into the
Mondstadt
shipping
toh.
business, trading between Leah and Inazuma. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of Outlanders that ended up stranded on Rito.
What a
Oh, orang
bummer.
terdampar tau si Warner
The
tadi.
International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association members found it increasingly difficult to make ends meet.
So he left the association and turned his back
Jadi
on
tidak tahu
them.
diri.
I'm
Pasti
sure it's
ada
more
alasan
nuanced than
tidak
that.
sadar itu aku
I
percaya
believe
bahwa
even the
orang
most
yang paling
ungrateful
tidak
and
tahu
cold-hearted
berterima
of
kasih
people still have
berarti
some
masih
amount of
memiliki sedikit
gratitude and
rasa
warmth
syukur dan
left in them
kehangatan
somewhere.
sebesar di mereka. Aku mengerti.
Really? Is that all you need to know?
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in with him.
Balik lagi nih ke Warner nih. Nah kan.
What's the hurry? Cool it!
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you. Huh? Where's this coming from?
Gelas Dandelion Wine pasti enak diminum setiap hal seperti ini.
Mondstadt? You were talking about Mondstadt.
Apa ini? Ini ya.
Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but I can't remember the last time I was there. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back.
Archer Anemo.
Oh, my
Mondstadt tuh
hometown.
ini,
The
Cok.
home of freedom.
Negeri angin.
How I long to go
Makanya
back and
Anemo,
visit.
Archer Anemo.
It's working.
Ada di Yui kan?
Oh,
Apa?
so,
Hiu.
trying to
Tanah-tanah.
play my heartstrings like a liar, are you? Huh? What is this? What are you up to now?
Just close your eyes already.
Just close your eyes.
You mean the sound of the ocean? Leah Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves, the calls of the merchants. Xiao lanterns.
Bandara Xiao.
I'm right there at the lantern right. Oh, look at them floating up into the sky.
This guy has a really active imagination. Either that or he really does miss Liyue Harbor.
Liyue. Liyue.
Liyue, oh Liyue. Liyue tuh ini ya.
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. My poor heart can't take it. You mean the folks from the International Trade Association? And I suppose they are far from home, just like me. Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I like to imagine it's the voice of my hometown, carried across the ocean. I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just that, but I always hide my face and slip away. Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with them and free myself from this anguish?
Well, no one's stopping you, so...
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. But I couldn't do it. I'm not strong enough. So I caved.
Tante, kalau kamu nggak kuat,
Those people,
biar aku aja.
they'd make the smallest of promises, offer the most measly benefits, and I'd do whatever they asked of me.
Apa
And
orang-orang
make
ini?
Mondstadters look like the worst people in the world. Alright, I'll tell you the whole story. It's eating me up inside, and I can't take it anymore.
You ready to talk now?
Aku melindungi
But I
dia.
betrayed them. I can't show my face there.
Come on, you scaredy cat. Look, you messed up, but now it's time to make things right. So come on, get it off your chest. What's the deal here?
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru, Keijiro and his companions. They
Keijiro,
start by
siapa lagi nih?
overtaxing the merchants,
Pertama-tama mereka
then take the extra
ya.
pajak.
crystal marrow they
Oh,
receive
crystal
and
marrow. Oh,
stockpile
ini
it.
crystal marrow-nya.
Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate price, with the proceeds going to the tax collection Ashigaru.
It's plain evil gouging them like this.
I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we take in total. Evidence? You're right. Without conclusive evidence, he will never admit it. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, he always heads to the same place. It's always made me suspicious. As it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago. I can show you where he went if you want.
Really? Well, then there's no time to lose.
Ayo.
Let-
Let's go.